So, wait. Uh, where it is? Here it is. Here it is. Yep.
Chema is putting on
Yeah.
his Christian McCaffrey Panthers jersey, not even the goddamn 49ers.
Oof. There it is. So, something you want to say? Something you want to say, Eddie? To
I I
me or to like the listeners of our beloved show?
I appreciate the Panthers in everything that they've accomplished lately, including y'all beating the Falcons, guaranteed clinched us a playoff berth. So thank you, good sir. How's that? How's that?
You are welcome. Was that so hard?
I mean, no, but I just want you to know we would have done it without you guys. You guys just made it happen a week early.
But did you?
Could have made it happen. You just made it happen a
But
week earlier.
did you?
You know what?
What do I always say in this show? It's never about what could have been, it's about what it is.
You know what? Shut up, second round pick. I mean, number two overall pick. That's an indictment about how bad you guys are.
I went I went to work wearing this, by the way.
Oh God! And what they say?
Mostly like I had a couple of comments. So I don't know if you know this, but yesterday was the soccer finals in the Mexico League.
Didn't America win? Am I wrong?
Yes, America has won. Or as we all said collectively every time that they are crown championships. Well, of course they are. They own the tournament. Like, of course they like literally like
Greatness,
not
greatness.
own as in like they are the best. That means that they literally are the owners of the tournament. Like they or their mother brand owns it. So not surprised, you know.
Have we won the tournament every year?
Not every year, but it's a coincidence. It's a
So you guys have the
coincidence.
chance. Y'all just suck.
No, here's the thing. So I think I told you this before. Like my city has two teams,
Yeah.
which is stupid. I think it's stupid. And I root for one of those teams, which is Rayados, who did not make it. I think they made it to the semifinals and then they lost. The other team from this city, Tigres, they went to the finals and they lost against America. Now here's the thing. Rayados and Tigres have like this ongoing, never-ending rivalry
Uh,
to the point where there's zero respect there. Like some people would say, like, oh, well, it's not my team, but at least it's from my seat. No, it's not allowed.
we don't play that fucking game.
They don't play that fucking game. So a lot of people have this thing where like, oh my God, who do I root for in this final? Because you don't want to root for your arch enemy, but everyone hates America. So it's like, yeah, it's a complicated feeling to process, which is why instead of watching the two games, I stayed home and I watched One Piece, and that was a way better use of my time. I didn't learn who won until this morning, even though
So,
the game was last night.
question:
Yeah.
Do you want to review Yu Yu Hakusho?
Oh my God, that's right. That just came out. I'll be honest, I never watched Yu Yu Hakusho growing up, so I would just watch it as like a new Netflix show. I don't
Up to
know if
you.
you. I mean, we could. How many episodes is it?
I'll say 8 or 10. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know if I can like squeeze in. Are you a fan of Hakusho? Like, did you grow up
No,
watching it?
I remember watching it, but I don't remember much about it. I just remember that at the beginning, he's like the school bully slash outcast, but he risks his life to save a little kid. So he gets granted we'll give you the chance to become like a spirit detective.
I remember like a tournament arc that apparently was like ongoing, and I've heard it's like considered one of the greatest tournament arcs in the history of anime.
I heard that of that part too. I know that that's a thing where I think he fights a guy and both their feet are on blades, so they can't take a step back, so they're just beating the shit out of each other. I know that.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not well versed on my Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm sorry, I have failed you as the anime guy.
It's
Um,
all right. I'm used to you failing.
uh, Well,
But
didn't fail yesterday. Our Panthers won. Hell yeah, our second win in the entire year.
Is it
Heck
really y'all's
yeah.
second win?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Christ. You
But
guys,
the other one was against the Houston Texans.
let me see. As of right now, you got damn. Oh my God, you guys don't even have a draft pick in the first round.
Hell yeah. But did you saw that who's gonna be our new coach? Did you saw that?
Who?
Belichick.
It's not for sure. It
I'm
might be.
in. I'm in.
If he
I'm
goes
in.
there, you guys are automatically contenders.
Did you saw the thing that came out yesterday about the game against the Falcons? Do you know how cheap the tickets were?
$4?
45 cents.
So I could have taken my whole family for 45 cents.
Yes. And it still didn't fill. There was a high school football game that was full that had more people in it than the actual like Panthers versus Falcons game. I love my underdogs or undercats or whatever.
Dude, I feel so I don't know how you feel about this. I'm doing
Yeah.
research right now. You guys don't even have a first round pick next year.
I wish I knew what that meant.
Oh God. Okay. So
We have lost the people that came here for the Wonka review already because
okay.
like these two do not go with each other.
Okay, well, let me tell you what the draft is, and then we'll jump into Wonka. So the way the draft
Okay.
work is this. The draft works is this. Players from college will declare themselves eligible for the draft, meaning that they can no longer play college sports. They have to enter the NFL draft. So they have a
Yeah.
combine, not Columbine, a combine where they show their speed, their strength, their football knowledge, agility, various ways to show, hey, I am the most athletic guy. Look at me. And then there's draft night where the teams all get together. The shittiest team gets to go first. Then the second shittiest team goes second, and so on and so forth, right? In collective order.
Oh, great. That means we go like third.
No, here's the thing. When you're trying to draft players or get draft picks or make trades and stuff, one of the big things is trading draft picks, right? Like, hey, I'll give you a first round draft pick. Because typically you want a first round draft pick. You want your pick of the best athletes, right? The Panthers traded their number one draft pick to Chicago. Why? I don't remember. So, you guys would have had the number one draft pick, but since you traded to Chicago, Chicago now has the number one and number three draft pick right now.
But look how pretty my jersey is.
I like those colors.
Yeah, look how it is. Yeah, and again, oh wait, where is it? Yeah, it matches my Jordans. Like I got
Shit, that's
it's
actually a pretty solid outfit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
hell yeah, like this and like a pair of black jeans. Yeah. So yeah, sure. I don't give a shit about the draft picks. Like my jersey looks cool. And it was hella cheap because I think that player's not there anymore.
He's with the 49ers now.
Didn't that player like kick y'all's ass like recently?
Fuck you.
He's there in spirit, man. He's there in spirit.
Fuck
Didn't
you.
he?
Are you gonna claim that Super Bowl if he wins one? Are you gonna claim it?
Ah, ah,
I feel
ah.
like you get like 10% of that Super Bowl.
I'm in. I'm
Y'all
in.
helped it happen.
Why not? Why not? Put him in the map. Put
So,
him in the map.
speaking of football, you want to talk about a whimsical musical?
Hell yeah, I'm always in the mood for a whimsical musical.
Chema, hit the intro.
Thank you for welcoming us into your headphones. My name is Chema.
I'm Eddie.
And this, reviewing Wonka, this is the rollback. Every good thing in this world started with a dream. Willy Wonka, chock full of ideas and determined to change the world one delectable bite at a time, is proof that the best things in life begin with a dream. And if you're lucky enough to meet Willy Wonka, anything is possible. So this is the new Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory prequel. I guess it's a prequel, new origin story. Yeah, directed by Mr. Paul King, who directed the absolutely perfect Paddington duology.
That makes so much sense.
Starring Timothy Chalamet, Calais Lane, Keegan-Michael Key, Hugh Grant. Pedersen Joseph, Olivia Colman, and Mr. Bean. So this is a musical, just a straight up musical, from the mind, from the same guy that brought us Paddington. I'll be very honest. When the trailer for this came out, I was not interested, and then the title card that said from the director of Paddington came up, and I was like, I'm in. I am so in. I love the Paddington movies. I would give anything for more of that. And yeah, I started to like the idea. In preparation of this, I rewatched the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with my sister, who had never seen it before. And then after that, we went to see this one. Um, After coming out of it, I texted you immediately, and I was like, "This was such a feel-good, super holiday movie. Like it's colorful, and the songs are magical, and it's such a feel-good, whimsical movie. You are gonna hate it." So,
I would
you're right
appreciate
now.
that.
I'm putting this in your court. Are you gonna confirm or deny what I said?
Okay, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
Deep sigh. Yeah,
And I texted you. I had notes on this film.
yeah. But you have
I
notes on every
really
film. I'm
fucking
not
enjoyed it.
surprised. Really?
I really enjoyed it. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I like a musical when I know I'm going to go into a fucking musical when it's not just thrown in there. And I actually call you and Fernie out in my video review for this film. So watch
Yeah.
that video because I call you both fuckers out. Um, but first reaction, I really liked it. I really so when the trailer came out, I look. I understand that there are people that like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory like encapsulated their childhood. I wasn't one of those kids. I'm sorry. It was not for me. I didn't care for it. I didn't love it. As a chocolate lover, I didn't love it. Like I'm sorry. If it was called Willy Wonka and the Hershey Chocolate Factory, maybe that would matter to me. But no, I'm sorry. Didn't.
Willy Wonka and the energy drink factory. How about that?
Oh, yeah, I'm in. Oh my God, Eddie Luna and the Energy Drink Factory. You will see sounds. You will know new colors. You will experience exhaustion at a rate of speed you will never have imagined.
Instead of Oompa Loompas, it's just like tiny versions of the Rock, just like walking around.
No, rabbits. Instead of Oompa Loompa, it's rabbits.
My God. Oh my
Oh
God.
God.
If we ever make like shirts or something, that should be like a parody poster. It's like your face and just energy drinks instead of chocolates.
Oh my God. Find me someone that'll design them. We can figure out how much we have to pay them. I will do it. Anyway, no, I
Yeah.
really liked it. The trailer got me into it. It felt emotional. I hate the fact that I dislike Timothy Chalamet, but God damn it, this film made me like him. I didn't care for the Willy Wonka property at all. I don't give a fuck about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I don't care about Charlie. I don't. But this film made me.
Mhm.
So initial reaction, really enjoyed this film. I relate a lot to it, a lot more than I care to admit, which we'll talk about as we go. But
Yeah.
for initial reaction, I enjoyed it.
Incredible. No, because really, I told you this is the kind of movie that it's kind of tailor-made for this time of year. It's not a
It's a holiday
Christmas
film.
movie, but it feels like a holiday movie, right? Like I don't know if it's because the setting where they're at, it's snowing, or the cozy way that they're dressing. I don't know what it is, or even the music. Something about it just feels very, very holiday. Like in the same way that like Harry Potter movies feel holiday-ish, you know?
Yeah.
Which David Heyman, producer of all the Harry Potter films, also produced this, so I'm sure that also had something to do there. Um, let's talk. Let's start from the top. You mentioned Timothée Chalamet. I love this kid. I look ever since like Interstellar. Something about this kid just like really resonated. He
Was
was
he
the
in
son.
Interstellar?
He was the son.
I did not notice that.
Yeah, so and he has proved like time and time again. I mean, I saw him in this. I started seeing him in like little side things like that, and he was in this little movie called Men and Women and Children. And he was also really good in that. And then little by little, he just started to prove himself, like day by day, from movies like The King and Beautiful Boy and The French Dispatch and he Call Me by Your Name, of course, Lady Bird, now Little Women, and of course he was in Don't Look Up. He was in Dune. He was the main character in Dune. Little by little, he's becoming a big presence. He's becoming like one of the actors that we're gonna remember this era by.
Mhm.
And I don't think he got there by pure like looks or luck. I think he's genuinely super talented. Um,
The nepotism probably helps.
I mean,
Yeah, I will hark on that until the day I die. But damn it, I became a fan of his for this film, if only this film.
he's stupidly likable in this. I mean, but before the movie came out, there were like people criticizing the trailer, like, oh man, he cannot pull off whimsy. He cannot. And like the thing about Willy Wonka and that you can watch this without having seen any of the other movies. Like you don't need any point of reference. The thing about the original movie with Gene Wilder is that he genuinely was both charismatic and terrifying. Like it felt like at any moment he was gonna just murder those kids. And you don't
Mhm.
get that kind of edge anymore. This is like the Ted Lassoification of everything. Little by little, we're getting there.
I I feel like this movie has a lot more in connection with the original Willy Wonka rather than Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Because Charlie and the
As it
Chocolate Factory,
should.
it was just fucking weird. It was just a weird ass film. Not terrible, but weird.
Mhm.
But I feel like this one, Timothy Chalamet did something that's very difficult, which is he replicated to some degree the performance of an actor who fuck his father was a child when this actor did this performance. When
Yeah.
Gene Wilder was in the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, he had this weird manic whimsicalness, and somehow Timothy grabbed it and was like, okay, what would he be like when he's like 22 or 18 years old? So grab that, bring it down. This is where we're gonna be.
Mhm.
And he stayed there. And props to him for doing that. I really liked his outlook on life. He was very the glass is half full. I shit, man, I liked him. I also appreciated the fact that this was a not just an origin story, but also him trying to fulfill his dreams. Like, what is more relatable than you're trying to succeed, you're trying to make your dreams happen. What's the one thing you want the most in this world? Okay, now go work for it. I
Yeah.
don't know. There's something incredibly relatable to that, and I love that.
Yeah. And I like how we're constantly in his like we're trying to catch up with him. Like I feel like he's moving so fast. And the thing is that his performance works because everything else around him is kind of tailor-made to flow with that.
Mhm.
Like the a world and the environment, the city that he arrives in is not normal. It is like very whimsical and everything. Like I knew I was gonna like this movie since the second it began, and he has this daydream of himself like opening the store, and then like a cop
Oh,
shows up and is like, hey, hey, and like points at the sign that says like no daydreaming, and then like how much you have to pay for daydream. That's such a Paddington movie joke.
uh-huh.
Like have you seen the Paddington movies?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, they're perfect family movies. Like they're so like selfless and so harmless and so funny. Like they are
I've heard great
so
things.
they're like British humor, like very dry. Like it starts with like the bear just like being alone in like in like a train station, and the family kind of walks by and sees him, and the son is like, "Dad, look, it's a bear," and the dad is like, "Yeah, don't look him in the eye. He's probably trying to sell you something." Like it's full of it's full of jokes like that, and this
Mhm.
movie is as well. Paul King was the perfect person to make this kind of movie. I mean, this movie could be about a random chocolatier. Like it could have been not about Willy Wonka, but he was given the task of creating something. And in a world full of like, hey, let's nostalgia bait everything, he did something original. He did something new that I felt both fit the brand and also was its own thing. Because you can watch this without having any context for the other movies, and you're pretty
Yeah.
much good. Yeah.
The only thing I remember from the other films was Slugworth, and I appreciate that he was in this. Apparently, all three members of the Chocolate Cartel were referenced in the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I didn't know
Mhm.
that, but they were all referenced. I just remember Slugworth. I just remember him, which
Yeah.
he is a son of a bitch. Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Um,
this film, I mean, what do you think of the music? I thought I hated the fact that I loved it. The music was catchy. None of the songs sucked.
I was working out this week,
No.
and it was by accident because I had added them to a playlist, a couple of the songs. But then like that song that you've never had chocolate like this, like that song
Yeah.
started playing. Not gonna lie, pretty good song to work out to.
What was the one that they were trying to get the police officer to beat up Willy Wonka? I can't remember. It was the one with the chocolate cartel saying.
Oh God.
Um, but he's like, I won't do that or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
no,
but
I
then
can't do it. I can't do it.
but they keep offering him like more chocolate because he was
Yeah, they're like 80 boxes, can't do it. 120
Sweet
boxes,
Tooth.
can't.
This song's
Yeah.
called Sweet Tooth, yeah.
And then he's just like, no, no, no. And then they're like 80,000 boxes, done.
I like that he turns almost immediately, yeah.
He's like,
Which is
my principles.
which is so perfect because they did the right thing. They didn't get like super big names. They got character actors that can play like a funny character, not like a representation of something else. Keegan Michael Key is perfect for this. Olivia Colman is perfect for this. Hugh Grant as the Oompa Loompa. Jesus fucking Christ. He's in it very little, and I was on the floor every time that he was in it. Because he brought that like very like British like pissed offness into that character, and oh God, I was having a blast.
Question. What did you think of what did you think of Hugh Grant playing? I don't know if you're aware of this about the controversy of Hugh Grant playing the Oompa Loompa.
I saw nothing about that, honestly.
I did see
Uh,
some things about it, but
I
I
saw that
mean,
I saw that he made comments like, "Oh my God, I hated the costume, I hated the makeup, I was so miserable," and we were all like, "Ah, well, you get that for being an asshole your whole life."
see, I got some headlines about actors that happen to be
Like a little person should have been
thank you. I
cast.
was like, what's the right phrase for it?
That's the right
Actors
term, yeah.
that actors it is dwarves.
No, little person
I
is the
is it a
right
little
person.
person? Okay, sorry,
Yes.
I'm not sure what the correct vernacular is. So
Yeah.
little that there were certain actors that are little people who were offended. One, that they weren't cast as Oompa Loompas, and two, that they weren't cast in the new Snow White film.
The thing about the Snow White film, and I'll be quick about this. The only person that I saw make a comment about that was Peter Dinklage, who
Mhm.
said who said, "Come on, man! Like, have I not done enough?" Like, and he didn't say that as like, "Haven't I done enough? Cast me." He was saying that like, "Haven't I done enough? Stop making that fucking story." Like he was kind of upset at that.
Yeah,
But from what I understand, that new Snow White film, it's gonna feature almost nothing about the dwarves. It's gonna be a Snow
really.
White film by itself. Yeah, I think it's gonna be just
Oh,
one dwarf, and it's gonna be played by I forgot his name, but he was the little person in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Um,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, so he got cast. So like, good for him. Like he's getting a job.
Mhm.
I heard nothing about this one. I'll be very honest, and this is not an insult or anything. Some I don't know where you find these because sometimes you'll tell me like, "Did you hear the controversy about this?" And I'm like, "I have not heard any controversy about it." And then the only person that I hear the controversy from is
Is me.
you. Like,
Sorry. I'm
like I
very in touch
remember,
with Hollywood news. I'm sorry.
no, like I remember one time you told me like, did you see the thing about Demon Slayer?" And I was like, "I've seen every episode of Demon Slayer. Why? What happened?" And it's like they're saying that like they made the girl sexified. I was like, that's never been a complaint in anime. That's always been a thing. If we're gonna start caring about that right now, we need to start in the fucking 90s. Like Demon
No,
Slayer, get in fucking line.
I'll get these headlines, and I'm like, if I don't know anything, like, hey, is it true? What's your take on this? Because I'm not in a position to say that they're right or wrong. So I'll
Me
ask you.
neither. Me neither. I don't think I'm in the position to say what's right and what's wrong. I'd say Hugh Grant was funny in the movie, and he was in it for like 3 minutes
If that
total.
much, right? He wasn't even in the film very long.
Yeah, he was barely in it. And it's just one guy. It's not like they didn't use a ton of Oompa Loompas. It's just one. They used a ton in the original one, and in the remake with Tim Burton, it was just one guy. It was just one actor, Deep Roy, playing all of them. Which
Hmm.
props to him. I saw an interview with him once, and he said, He said like, so you play the same character, like it wasn't like you multiplied by 1,000. It's like, no, I played. If you see like there's subtle movement differences in all of them, like none of them are synced. And they go
Mhm.
like, so you play like one by one? And he said, I play one by one. And they're like, oh my God, did you get paid well? And he's like, and he said, have you seen me work since? And she said, no. And he said, I don't need to because I don't need to. Like, so
Good,
like,
good.
good for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um,
no, I am not the Supreme Court justice in saying what's right or what's wrong in that. I was hoping to talk about the whimsical and the feel good of this movie, but okay,
all right,
might as
let's
well.
talk about more whimsicalness shit then. Um,
Yeah,
I loved. What do you think of Willie's origin story? As far as like he grew up poor with his mom, but she would always save up. She would buy one, like she would bring one chocolate bean each week, and then on his
yeah.
birthday she would make him a chocolate bar. Like, god damn, the tears.
Look, Solly Hawkins, who plays the mom.
Mhm.
I believe that's her name. Could be wrong.
Uh,
Yes, Solly Hawkins. She was also the mom in the Paddington movies. She was the girl. She was the main girl in The Shape of Water. She's been
she was in
she's been in a lot of
Godzilla,
things. She was in the two Godzilla movies. Yeah, she was in the
which, as we
control
all know,
room.
is the highest form of entertainment, as we all know.
I mean, I don't know. I think between Paddington and Godzilla, I mean, there's a good fight there.
I
Um,
feel like Godzilla would kill the little stuffed bear. I'm sorry.
and I feel like Godzilla would regret that and then bring it and then be his friend, you know?
You might be right.
You don't know how good those marmalade sandwiches are, bro.
Yeah, you might.
You gotta watch these movies, man. They're so good.
Damn.
Okay, so no, Sally Hawkins is a treasure. She's such a likable actress that she can do this thing where like you saw The Shape of Water, right?
Um, mm, yes, but I don't remember much of it. I'm not gonna lie.
So she was the main girl. Like she was the one that was in love with the fish monster.
Yes. Oh, yeah,
Um
she didn't speak. She only knew sign language. Am I right?
yes, she's so likable. She commands such a presence. She's one of those actresses that like if she shows up in something, my immediate gut response is to awe, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. Like
I
uh
believe you.
so she's in it very little. She's only like the flashback and then one scene at the end. And not gonna lie, I don't want to jump too ahead, but her scene at the end with like when he opens up the chocolate bar and he finds the golden ticket and he sees the note, it's so simple and a little cliche what's written there. But god damn it, it was so effective. I was almost crying. I think I let out a tear by the end.
I think at the end I
Uh
did when he finally sees his mom.
yeah, and he sees her like just a little bit. And like it's not just that, like there's a couple of times where he's about to like he does this thing when he's about to open up to start like selling stuff for the first time, and then again at the end where he's like gonna like go all out. There's like a moment where he like puts his head down, like grabs his cane, and he just goes like, here we go, mama, and just like
Yeah.
starts like going for it. Like there's such a sweetness in those moments, and it works because it's his performance, but also her. Like
Mhm.
if she's the end goal, you want to run that fucking race, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes
Um,
complete sense. Yeah,
who so they God damn, Paul King, that's his name, right? Paul King, yeah.
director. Yeah,
He did an incredible, yeah, as direct, right?
yeah, director. Yeah,
Yeah, okay. He did an incredible job of making you care about these characters with very little screen time or work. You either hated them or you loved them. And when I say hated, I'm talking about the cops and the chocolate cartel. It didn't take much for me to hate their guts, like at all.
yeah.
What
It's
was it?
they're like such cartoony villains, like
But in
90s
a good way
cartoony
though,
villains.
like in a
Of
great way.
course, yeah. In a
Like
way that
poor.
it's in a way that it's so funny the fact that they're live action. Like they feel like in a cartoon that would be funny, but like cartoony live action. That's why it works that there's such good character actors. Like, yeah, that example of like the guy who throws up when he hears the word poor. That was so funny and it kept coming
Or
back.
or who's the other guy? The one that kept like Oh, you'll never see them. That's because we killed them. Yes, yes, I just said that. Thank you for confirming what I'm just saying. We want you to handle him. We mean murder him. Okay, like what? Whatever.
Yeah,
Little things like that. The music in this film was great. The visuals were great. Even the few times that they had to use CGI, most of it still looked good. This felt like as close to a stage play on the big screen as we can get. And I don't think, and I hope I'm not overstepping when I say this. Possibly not since Sweeney Todd has a film musical been so perfect that it felt like it could have been on any stage.
I would watch this as if it was a stage musical.
Well, they do have a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory musical, but not Wonka. Um,
No, this I think works itself better. It's really does.
yeah. Did you?
The yeah, go ahead.
No, you go first.
I was gonna ask you what do you think of the supporting cast, like besides Timothy Chalamet, Hugh Grant, and Sally Hawkins. Of
Was
course there
it?
was Keegan Michael Key, but like, what do you
Yeah.
think of
Well,
like there
Kylie
was
Lane is
yeah, who plays
was so
Noodle?
lovable.
So lovable. Like this girl, she only has one other credit. She was in this other movie called The Day Shall Come. It's been a while since that, and it's kind of cool. Like she was a dancer. Like she's done like a lot of like things like that, and then now she's in this, and she bounces off Chalamet really well.
She
Like
kept up, and
she
that's not
plays
an
like
easy
the
feat.
straight man, yeah.
But
Because she's
the
like the
fact
one
that
that sorry, she has the one that has to like keep him like
grounded,
grounded. Yeah. And they even have a joke where she's teaching him how to read, which is
yeah.
super funny.
But like, and this is to her credit, the fact that she can keep up with him at such a young age,
Mhm.
that young lady is going to do great things. I have no doubt. Noodle will be amazing.
Can't wait to see her in some other things. Which yeah, so
Olivia
there was
Colman,
them. Olivia Colman is such a treasure.
not again. I keep using this phrase. Not since the Laura Umbridge have I seen a lady for 5 seconds and knew I hate her fucking guts. Not since the Laura Umbridge. Not since the Pink Lady.
Jesus.
But no, no.
Mhm.
But yeah, the supporting cast in this entire film was great. The visuals were great. The music, like, I don't. I normally like to approach these movies as like, okay, where could they have improved? I don't know where they could have. Genuinely, I don't know. Even when they use CGI, it looks outstanding.
Yeah.
Um, I don't really know what to critique because how do you what can you fix when nothing's broken?
Yeah, this is a movie that definitely knows what it is. It knows who is it targeting to. They knew exactly what they were doing when they started putting up those trailers and were like, they were not like, hey, look, it's the star from Dune. Hey, look, it's like, no, they were like, it's a director from Paddington. You like Paddington? Here's some more of that whimsy shit. Like, you love it. Don't you fucking love it? You love that fucking bear. Now, imagine if instead of bear, it was this twink. Like, imagine just
Jesus.
fucking, it's right there, because like nobody's gonna go watch this and think like, oh yeah, Gene Watt. Like nobody's thinking about that, and it's funny. Like I don't know, like Timothy Chalamet is not like a great singer. Like you can tell, like his voice was out of tune to all shit, but doesn't matter. Like it doesn't fucking matter. Like it's not that kind of musical. So it was made just for the funsies. Like this feels like a funsy movie, you know?
God damn it, Chema, you just reminded me. So I was reading some reviews on Letterboxd, like to be like, what can I criticize? Because I can't think of anything to criticize.
Did I
And
finally
one of
convince
the
you to join Letterbox? Is that what it is?
no, but one of the Letterboxd reviews said Willy Wonka and the Twinkie Factory. And I was like, I don't get it. Now I
Oh.
do. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it, Chema. But fine,
What?
whatever. Um, but yeah, what
Yeah.
else? What else? What I mean, what if this movie could have been improved? Because I can't think of anything.
Well, I have one question, and maybe I don't like doing this. You know that I don't, but I just thought about this.
Uh-huh.
Um, so throughout the whole movie, we see Wonka. He has this like homemade chocolate bar with his name on it, and we know throughout the movie that that's like the bar that his mom made for him.
Mhm.
And then at the end, he opens it. He finds a little golden ticket with a note from her. How did she expected him to read that if he doesn't know how to read? I think the microphone is not picking this up, but y'all, Eddie's like cackling.
Oh shit.
Like, did we expect it? Like, what if he hadn't learned and he just like
You
pull it up and
illiterate
be like,
fuck.
I don't know what this means. Like, why couldn't she draw me a picture? You know?
Wait, wait. What if she knew he couldn't read and he was like, his dumbass is gonna share this with someone and then he's gonna have to give this up the chocolate. So he's gonna make a friend. Dumbass is gonna have to make friends.
Maybe.
That's so fucked up. That's
Like, I
funny.
don't want to, like, I'm sorry. I literally just thought about that right now. Like, but like I said,
Oh my
I don't
God.
like being that guy. I don't like criticize. I don't like finding plot. I don't like being that guy. But I just thought about that. Like, how did she expect him to read that? Like, did she expect him to like find friends that will teach him how to read? Like,
Maybe.
he was living in a van down by the river. Like, what?
Yeah, so no, man, I enjoyed the whimsicalness of this film. I enjoyed the music, everything. And I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna watch it, but I really enjoyed it.
I see this becoming like a possibly a holiday classic if it has legs, which I really hope it does. It's like the first thing that come out post I was gonna say post pandemic,
Jesus.
post strike.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. I like I said, I really enjoyed it. The soundtrack is good. It's whimsical. It's memorable, and yep, I had a good time.
It made 150 million against a $120 million budget, so box office hit. I hope it grows. I hope they don't do a sequel, but we'll see.
Me too. I don't
I
see
hope
this
not.
having a sequel, and this is just fine. And I hope Paul King like because there is going to be a third Paddington movie, but it looks like he's not going to direct it. And no, I'd rather him be done with this and start working on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should cover everything. Gonna do a quick wrap up here. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. We're close to Christmas, so in case we don't get to catch you later, Merry Christmas, happy anything that you celebrate. And
Happy
yeah,
Merry,
thank you so much for joining us.
Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, or Happy
Uh,
Holidays if you don't celebrate any of that.
heck yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chema,
I've been Eddie.
and this was the rollback. No sign off. I have to go too. Goodbye.
Bye bye.